And we are back at Up North at 4. We are joined with Mark Miazga, who's an author of a recently published third book on Rhinelander history. Mark, good to see you again.
You too.
Of course. And Mark, you know, you have published, so let's take it back a little bit, because you just recently released a third book, but the first two were published all the way back in 2002 and 2004. So why the big gap?
Why the big gap? Parenthood.
Lots of years there.
Yeah, so in 2004, my son Henry was born.
Aww.
And so life turned very quickly to parenting, daycare, childcare, coaching soccer, raising money for the football program, serving on our city council, all that fun stuff. And this got away from me, but that whole time I was still gathering information, talking to locals. Every time I'd hear a story from someone like Kurt Kortenhoff or Matt Persick, I'd go, oh, I have to write that down because someday I might do this again. And someday happened this year.
Well, life got in the way for a while, but now we got a new book. Book number 3.
Correct.
Tales of the Northwoods. What's it about?
So this one is about, I tend to write in different topics and then do a deep dive into each one, something people can digest in 15 to 20 minutes a chapter.
Yeah.
And so this one has a whole host of chapters, everything from Frithjof Holmboe for the Holmboe Nature Preserve, who was an internationally known photographer here in Rhinelander, to Helen Onsen, who played professional basketball, women's professional basketball in the 30s. The great Lester, who was a ventriloquist known all over the world back in the vaudeville era.
Wow, that's some history there.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
I think I told you last time about the fast pitch softball tournament here that used to draw about 4,000 people to a championship game. A lot of community events, a lot of really great people that built the community and made it a very engaging, good place to live.
So when you latch on to a person or a subject or storyline, where does that take you? Like, who do you call? This is like in the 30s, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's a website called newspapers.com, which is fantastic. You can go back to the 1890s New North Rhinelander newspapers. I talk to any old timers I still know, but now I'm getting older, so I'm closing in on that. When I was younger, I wrote down a lot of stuff that my dad shared with me, and he'd be 105 now. So I've got a lot of that. I still got a lot of family in town. So I'll talk to one of them and they'll say, oh, you should talk to so-and-so. They're out at some kind of assisted living, and I'll go interview them.
And they remember all of it.
Yeah, you've got to validate it though. You've got to find at least 2 instances of it.
They tell you some tales?
Yeah. Some people who I've talked to, especially about prohibition, will tell me one thing and I'll go online and go, no, that wasn't true.
You know where all the bodies are buried, don't you?
That's right. That's right. I know who not to make unhappy, so.
So Mark, would you say it took you about, since 2004 to just compile all of this together, or maybe a little bit later to just kind of come up with this?
I'd say that it was a slow data collection period for 20 years. Okay. But then once I got going, I tend to be very laser focused. So Bill Vankis had been telling me every year.
Bill, yeah.
Mark, you should write another book. Yeah, sure, Bill. That's real easy to say, right? It's
and if I remember, and I'm confirming right now, there are lots of pictures in your books, right? Which are really always to kind of draw you in.
Yeah, that's the purpose. Whether it's cars or sporting figures or outdoor scenes. But once I got going, I didn't start this till April.
Oh, April.
But as my wife can attest.
Like April of this year?
Yeah.
Oh, and then, so April this year, but you did, so you pretty much had everything like outlined then, and like, would you say in order, and then all you had to do from April was just kind of like, just put it all together?
Third of the chapters.
Oh, you have to do.
A third of them had outlines. And then I had all these ideas in a different part, and I went, you know what, my son's 21, he's got a great trade, he's a very good young man, and I've got nothing to do, right? I don't have any passions anymore for service. I thought, I think I'll write a book.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
Why not?
Yeah, there you go.
You were a little confused. April this year?
Yeah.
I've always been amazed at how authors keep all those thoughts in your head, right? And you can get them out in a way that people can read seamlessly. Like, that's a gift. It really is a gift. I want to learn more. Will you stick around with us?
You bet. Absolutely.
We'll be right back after this break.